Hello, my friend. It's favorites and fails time. Favorites and fails time. I am so excited to share my favorites and my fails with you for the month of January of 2020. We're gonna count down from the worst product I tried all the way up to the best product I tried this past month. So if that sounds interesting to you, hang tight. We're getting into it right now. As you know, every single month I do a hashtag not sponsored feature just to tell you something that I've been loving or a charity that I want to support, something like that. So this month I want to share with you kitchen sponges. I know it seems like a weird integration. These are made by my neighbor from my old neighborhood. Her name is Aikko. Her sons play with my son and she is just the nicest lady ever, and she makes these kitchen sponges by hand and they are absolutely fabulous. I have to tell you, I really enjoy these. You can see we've had this since before Christmas and we are still using it because they clean up so nicely and they dry pretty quickly. They hold on to soap really well compared to like regular sponges that you might buy at the grocery store. I really love how much it holds on to the soap, and it's just really nice to buy from just a person that's making a craft in their home, making something functional, and she has all different kinds of colors, and they're just really good kitchen sponges. So if you're interested and you're looking for a good kitchen sponge, support a small business, I will go ahead and link her Etsy shop down below. And with that being said, let's go ahead and go into our number 10 product, which is the worst product that I tried this past month. Unfortunately, I had some eye irritation from number 10. This is the Babelash Essential Serum. I got this in PR from a couple of different sources, and I did use it a few times and didn't have an issue. And then one night, I had worn my contact lenses all day. My eyes were a little bit dry, and I think I might have applied too much product. And when I woke up in the morning, my eyes looked like I had been partaking of way too much herbage. It was really bad and they hurt. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. And I don't know whether it was the fact that my eyes were dry before I went to bed or whether I applied too much product. I don't know, but I want to make sure you know that information, that it may have been contributing factors that made my eyes irritated from this. This is a lash growth serum. It's supposed to make your lashes grow longer. I have used products like this in the past and have never had a problem with eye irritation. I don't have sensitive skin. I don't have sensitive eyes. I usually am pretty good about things like this, but this really messed me up for a good 6 hours or so. I was kind of a hot mess. So I thought about trying it again and trying to pinpoint why my eyes were irritated. And then I remembered that I only get 2 eyeballs and I really don't want that to happen again. I don't want to compromise my eyes, so I didn't use it again. But this was definitely the worst product that I tried this month, with all of those caveats thrown in. May have just been me, but it was really bad for me. Number 9 is a product that was also very bad. I do still get the boxy charm, even though I don't do the reviews anymore. And I do bring some of the products into my favorites and fails when applicable. And unfortunately, number 9 is one that's applicable at number 9. This is the BROWBAR by REEMA, maybe. It's really hard to read the cursive. And what this is it's a little brow kit. So you get 2 different shades of brow shade, and then you get this brow wax, and then you get a brow gel and a little brush. Seems like a great concept, right? No, unfortunately. I have very dark brown hair, so this may work for those few people that have just real black hair. It does have a gray undertone to it too, so you would have to have black hair with a grayish kind of undertone for that to work, or else it's gonna look real crazy. The dark brown actually kind of worked for me. It was not terrible. I don't know, it just looked fake. Like no matter what application method I used, whether I used their brush, whether I used a different brush, it just did not look good. And I am not a stranger to brow powders. I love brow powders, and this one just did not work for me. But the worst parts had to be the brow wax and the brow gel. The brow wax is actually tinted. It is a warm toned brown. So if your skin is not this color, then it's going to look weird because you are now putting a color onto your brow or your skin. again, if this does not match you, you are in some trouble. The other thing is the brow gel. I don't know, okay, I really would love to know, whoever designed this, whoever made this, I want to see them use it. I want to see someone functionally use this thing right here. Who the heck brows are this big that you're gonna be able to functionally smooth through your brows with a wand that is meant for eyelashes? This is the dumbest brow wand ever. I don't know what they were thinking. I just don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and put a picture of what I feel to be a much easier to use brow wand kind of thing that I would recommend to this company that they make. The only thing I actually kind of liked, I do want to mention this, is I did kind of like the brush. I felt that that was a nice way to apply. So no notes on the brush. Notes I would make is make these a little bit more universal as far as the colors, and don't make the wax tinted, and make the brow wand a little bit smaller, the bristle part, make it a little smaller. This was not a functional product. This is definitely a no for me. Oh my gosh, I've been rubbing this, trying to get this just off your poor eyebrows if that gets stuck on your eyes. Oh my gosh. Okay, next product is something that I got in PR, and it's a brush set from Sigma. These are their new skincare brushes. I believe they've had these as a set for a minute, but now they're able to be bought individually. And the concept is they're supposed to help you apply your skincare. Now, I will tell you there's 3 of them that I have not used because I don't really do a lot of masking. For clay masks, that's what this one is for, is clay masks. That's really truly supposed to be more for people with oily skin. When you have a clay mask, it's pulling out impurities, oil, all of that out of your pores. I don't really have that problem, so I don't use clay masks unless I'm doing it for some kind of review for texture and, you know, washing it off and things like that. These are the other 2 ones that are used for masks. This one is for gel masks, which I use occasionally. I just haven't recently. And then this one here is really cool. This is a spatula, so it's supposed to help you get the last bits of product out of a jar, which I think is fantastic. I just haven't had any jars lately where I've had to kind of dig at the last bits of product out, but I'm excited to use this. These are the brushes that I have been using. Now this one is for eye cream, and it looks like this, and then this one is supposed to be for moisturizer, and then this one is for serum. Now I have the same positives and negatives for all of these. The positive is that you don't have to put your fingers into a jar if that's the product that you're using, if it's a jar product, like my current eye cream is a jar. So it's really nice to be able to dip this brush in and then put it onto my eyes with the brush. Gentle, very, very gentle application on the eyes, so you don't have to worry about tugging and pulling on your eyes with this brush. So fantastic on that. And then with these as well, I feel like it's just really nice to really smooth the product all over the face. My critique of these is that there's something about pressing a product into the skin that these brushes just can't do. So what I've been doing with them is I've been applying the products with the brushes, but then just taking a quick over with my fingers and just pressing the product into the skin to make sure that it's not collected too much in one place versus another, because a lot of these products are clear, you can't really see them. So making sure that it's just all in there and all just patted into the skin. So I do really like these. I don't know if this is something that I would purchase except for maybe the eye one, but I do like them, and I think that they're gonna be great for some people, but I don't know if these are really necessary, to be completely honest. But that's just, you know, that's kind of how I feel about it. You just have to decide if they're right for you or not. Man, I got lots of PR in this one. All right, next up we have the Lights Lacquer Gemstone Collection polishes. I have tried every single one of these polishes, and I have some opinions. These were sent to me by Lights Lacquer, and I did have a lot of the KL polishes. I do find that these seem like they are a different formula than the KL polishes, and let me tell you why. They dry a lot faster than the KL polishes. KL polishes dried at a normal speed where you would normally think a nail polish would dry. These dry significantly faster, especially if you do 2 thin coats of polish. If you do a thick coat of polish, of course, it's not gonna dry as fast. 2 thin coats, beautiful. My big critique about these is I do find that if I don't use my absolute best top coats, they chip relatively quickly, especially the ones that are the more metallic shimmery ones. The matte ones tend to last a little bit longer, but definitely make sure you're using these with a top coat if you want them to last. I know people are like, well, everybody's supposed to use a top coat. Why are you even mentioning that? Because some people just don't want to use a top coat. Maybe they're busy, or maybe they just ran out and they don't have money to go to the CVS and buy some top coat because they want to go buy some lunch instead. There's lots of reasons why people don't want to wear a top coat. But these, I feel like you kind of should get a top coat if you want to, make these last a little bit longer. That's really the only critique, but the shades are absolutely beautiful, and I really love the rebrand. The brush is wonderful. If you haven't seen these yet, it's the same brush, I believe, that's rounded at the bottom. So when you're getting it close to your cuticle, it's really easy to apply because it's rounded like your cuticle is rounded, and it just makes it easier to kind of get down in the spots down there. And they're just really nice polishes. Great job, Kathleen. Number 6 is a product that I bought because I was trying the Tati Blendiful, and I've been using this a lot. This is the Beauty Blender version of the Blendiful kind of blending sponge. I'm holding off on giving you more information on the Blendiful. I did do a full review of it. I will link it down below, but I've been trying a bunch of other different sponges. I think I've got 5 or 6 different sponges that I'm trying, including this one, to give you more information in next month's favorites and fails. You'll probably see the Blendiful, and I'll give you more information then. But I did want to spend a little bit of time on this because it is a really neat product. This one has the velour on the one side, and then it's got a spongy kind of like a beauty blender texture on this side. You can either stick your finger in the whole thing, or you can just stick it in right over there. You can flip it like this so that you can use either side. And I really feel like this applies my makeup very, very nicely. My big complaint about it is that it is very stiff compared to something like the Blendiful, or let me show you. I've been using these puffs that I got off of Amazon that I really actually like a lot. Do you see how bendy that is? But this one just isn't as bendy. It's more stiff, so it's a little harder to work with. But overall, I've been really enjoying this. It's not my perfect favorite application tool ever. If I had the chance to repurchase it just casually, I probably wouldn't, to be honest. But I am gonna continue using it just because I do own it and I am gonna keep it. But is it a recommend? Not really. Unless you just want to try something different, it's fine. That's why it's in the middle. Right smack dab in the middle, I have a product I actually really like a lot. This is the Good Molecules Niacinamide Brightening Toner. On here it says it's a niacinamide brightening toner. It's formulated with niacinamide, vitamin C, arbutin, and is that right? Yeah, arbutin and licorice root extract to brighten and improve the appearance of large pores. I don't really have large pores, but what I do have is discoloration in my skin tone, especially as I get older. And I've noticed a little bit of a brightening effect, a little bit of an evening of the skin tone as I've used this. I've really been enjoying it. It doesn't have a strong scent or anything, and it's just a really nice product. My only complaint is that it is a relatively basic kind of product. You don't get a lot of bells and whistles with it, but it's good, and it's a huge bottle. It's a giant bottle of it. This is gonna last forever. I've been using this for a good solid month almost every single day, and I've only gotten it down to here. You can apply it on a cotton pad, or you can just put it directly onto your fingers and tap it into your skin. And I have been recommending this to my friends recently. If my friends from my ukulele practice are watching, hi, this is what I was talking about. I was talking to them about it last week because they were talking about evening of the skin tone, and I definitely recommend this because it is at a lower price point, so you're not really investing a whole lot, but you're not getting a ton of bells and whistles either. But if you're looking for the things that it says on the bottle that it does, it seems to be doing those things for me. I can't speak to the enlarged pores though. That's the only one I can't speak to, but it is a really nice product. Oh, by the way, also set in PR. All right, getting up there, we have the YSL Black Opium perfume. This is a very particular Black Opium perfume. I did do a sponsored video with FragranceNet. This video is not sponsored, that one was. And this became one of my favorite scents this past month, and I thank them so much for sending this over. It has just such a beautiful, sexy scent. Like, it makes me feel like a natural woman. Like, it is just such a beautiful, sexy, but not too like spicy, manly kind of. It's definitely got a femininity to it, and I really enjoy this a lot. And the lasting power on it is very good, and I believe my husband likes it a lot too, so that's an extra special bonus. All right, top three. We have another BoxyCharm product, but this one I really, really liked a lot. This is the Fairy Tale Storybook Cosmetics book in Little Red Riding Hood. Oh my gosh, is this the cutest packaging ever? I can't even stand it. I can't even stand it how cute this is. I can't even. And these shadows are really, really good. I had never tried Storybook Cosmetics. We've been reporting on Storybook Cosmetics since their inception, and I've always thought their stuff was really cute, but it was kind of expensive, and I didn't want to invest in it and then have people not really interested in the review of it. So I never really just jumped in and bought anything, but it came in my BoxyCharm, and I really love this a lot, and it kind of makes me want to buy all of them because they are so stinking cute. I'm not gonna, because I'm not trying to waste, but if I was trying to waste, I'd be buying a lot of these things. The shades in here are absolutely beautiful, very, very easy to blend. I love the color combo that they chose for Little Red Riding Hood. Just a perfect color combination, and it's just so cute. I love it. And the inside, it says, "Someday you will be old enough to start reading fairy tales again. C.S. Lewis." And it just makes me so happy, and it's so cute, and it warms my heart, and it works really well, so that helps too. And it's just a great product. Number 2 will not be a shocker. If you saw the video where I got this look today, it's not gonna be a shocker. Number 2 product are the eyeshadows from the Makeup Geek rebrand. I have been absolutely loving these. I have been playing with them and enjoying them and just having fun with the whole matrix system. If you wanna learn more about that, you can check out my last video that I did on that, and you can see how this eye look came together. It's just a really fun system. You pick a shade from the top, from the second row, the third row, and the fourth row, and you make a look. I'm hitting into the polishes here. So these are the colored ones, and then these are the more skin tone, natural looking shades. So you can do a mix and a match, and I really, really love these a lot. Full review, again, will be linked down below, and just really enjoying these. The blendability is fantastic, lasting power is fantastic, and I don't have many complaints about them, and they're really fun to play with. I know some people, I said this in the reviews, people were complaining about the price point of them, and I totally get that. They are USA made shadows, which is more expensive. People are saying, well, it's the same price as the Natasha Denona palette. I honestly feel like these are giving Natasha Denona shadows a run for their money, and I know some people are going to go, shut up, it's just because you're friends with Marlena. No, it's not. I honestly, there are a lot of Natasha Denona shadows that I actually don't like. I love almost all these shades. I like all of them. And you know, honestly, like if I had to choose between getting this entire palette or a Pat McGrath, you know, 9-pan palette or however many shades are in there, I would choose one of these, to be 100% honest with you. And number 1 is a weird one. Usually my number 1s are weird ones. They're ones that kind of caught me off guard. That really kind of changed something for me, that really made me think in a new direction. And it's not a makeup product. It's these guys right here. Okay, these are easy do-it-yourself drawer dividers. I got these forever ago at, oh, what's the name of that place? The Container Store. I got it. The Container Store is where I got these for, I don't know, at least 6 months. I didn't use them, and then we moved, and then I did a declutter, and I needed to reorganize everything, and people were just, you know, people have always, whenever they see my drawers, they're like, Jen, your drawers are a mess. Yes, I know. So what you're seeing right now on the screen is a huge, gigantic improvement from the way my drawers used to look. They're very easy to use. Could they be easier? Absolutely, but they're very easy to use. So what you do is you take one of these little guys, you get 4 of these in your pack. So what you do is you measure this out to however big you want it, and then you score it. So I just took a pair of scissors and just kind of went back and forth in a line, and then you take it and you snap it where you scored it. Now, it doesn't come out absolutely perfect. It looks like you broke a piece of plastic. So it'll be, it's not exactly perfectly like flat, which might drive some people crazy. But what happens is after that is that you have these little sticky guys, and you put these inside the drawer on either side of where you want your drawer divider, and it's got a little sticky tab, and you pull that off, and then you just slide the piece in. Don't ask me why I saved these, but I do have a few little pieces left over. So this is kind of what happens after you do a drawer. You end up with like a little useless piece. So I haven't even once ever used this to its exact length, but it's extremely functional, and it was very easy to do. And honestly, like, I used to laugh at people when people were like, well, your drawers need to be more organized. I'm like, whatever, I'm fine. I don't need my drawer to be more organized. And then I organized it, and then I was like, oh, So this is why everybody was telling me for years to organize my drawer. It is seriously so much, so much easier when I have everything organized. So if you need some kind of system in your drawers, I definitely recommend checking these out. They're not obnoxiously expensive. And again, they were pretty easy to use. And I just used a pair of scissors. I bet you if you used an X-Acto knife, it would be even easier than what I use. But yeah, definitely recommend these for organization of your makeup, because you can make them to any size that you want. And you don't have to worry about acrylics fitting perfectly into your drawers and things like that. You can move these little guys around, and they give you plenty of them. So I have tons left over. If I want to move, you know, the sections around, I can move them around as much as I want. So pretty cool, man. Really, really love those a lot. At this point, my friend, it is your turn in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness, where we help each other not to buy crap and to buy things that are totally worth it. I would love to know your thoughts on these products or any of your recent favorites down in the comments down below, so that we can learn from you and not buy crap. If you'd like to hang out a little bit longer, YouTube should be recommending a video for you to watch right down there. If it's your time to go, thank you so much for hanging out as long as you did. Thanks so much for watching. Definitely subscribe before you go if you're not already subscribed. Mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye!